Hi, welcome to Tima's Room. Today we'll be doing flower arrangement. We will be making flower arrangements, and I'm going to show you step by step how to make beautiful flower arrangements that anyone can make. It's just a few key things that you'll need to know. First we start with the vase. Any vase you find, we see these vases all the time, empty vases around people's homes. I'm going to show you how to really what to do with it. This was an empty vase. I covered it with paint, any kind of paint, and then I drew lines up it with fabric paint. Any kind of fabric paint. I just drew wiggly lines up it, but that'll be a show all in itself how to make vases. Today we're doing flower arrangements. You'll need two tools, a wire cutter or inexpensive wire cutter from the dollar store. $5 below. If you do it all the time, you'll get this one. Very nice. Let's get started. First we'll start with a base. Any bushy flowers, a little bunch of flowers like that. And we want to separate them. Make them all wide, all the way around. Just separate them. Put them in the vase, push them down, and then bend all the way around the rim. You want to take and make them separately, all the way around the rim. Make sure you have space equally. And there's always two in the middle that are the long ones. Those you want to keep in the middle. But everybody else has to bend around the vase. And don't be scared to bend it because you can always bend it back. So that's your base. That's how we start. That's your base. Then you're going to add greenery in between. So it'll be one on this side and one on this side. That's the key to having a beautiful vase, is to have it uniform. You have to compare one side to the other. If you have green over that side, you would have green over this side. I always work in pairs. You only need singles at the end to fill in the holes, but you always work in pairs. You see how I put these two pairs together? First I used the base, it was just a bush, and I separated it and opened it up. And then I'm going to add a nice flare to it, which will be these bushies. But you're just not going to stuff it in there. You're going to open them all the way up, all the way around. Open them up, and put them right in the middle of your flower arrangement. In the middle. And open them up and down in the middle. You see how that's coming along? You see? You have your base around, the beautiful carnation. Then you have your greenery. Each side must match. If you have greenery on that side, you would have greenery on that side. And in the middle, your plumes, which you saw how I did. I opened it up. I just didn't clunk it down in there. I opened it up. And then you're going to turn your vase and take a look at it and see if everything's in place. It's coming together. See? We have both sides. We have carnations around the bottom. It's coming together. Everything's balanced. We have the three tall ones in the middle. Everything's balanced. Okay, let's complete our flower arrangement. Now we're going to put a nice anchor this one be beautiful right in the middle. There we go. Right in the middle. You look at it, turn it, look at it, and adjust your carnations on the edges as you see fit. But everything's uniform. We got 2 over here, 1 in the middle, and 3 plumes. Everything's organized. Now we're going to add just a little bit of color with our roses. You're going to turn your vase. You see how I keep turning my vase? To see where the spots are. You find an empty spot, you put the rose down in there. Turn the vase. Turn the vase. Go directly from the other end and make sure you have a flower to match the rose. It doesn't have to be a rose, it just has to be a flower. So if it's a rose across, you want to make sure the other side has the same amount of flowers. Beautiful. It's coming along very well. We have a rose on one side and a beautiful flower on the other side. Everything is balanced. Turn the vase. Like I said, adjust your flowers as you go around and you're looking for holes. Holes meaning that it just looks like something should be there. And just turn the vase. Okay, now we're going to add, I call it this accent plants. It would be something like berries or something like that. I always buy one of these just to make my flower arrangements look very nice and full. So we're going to stick that right there. Oh, this is nice. Coming along. And we want to put, by being tall, either you're going to cut it down or you're going to find a spot where it can join the ones in the middle. Now, it's your choice. I always find a spot that it can join in case I want to use that particular one again. So I put it right in the middle. This is going to be gorgeous when we finish. And you're going to turn and see where a hole is. Hole meaning spaces that's just not being used in your flower arrangement. You see how everything is organized? I have the same amount, and I always make 2 sides. So if you were to turn my vases on the table, you have one side to look at. Then you turn them around, you have another side to look at. So this side looks very full, but the back looks like it needs something. So I'm going to add some black-eyed Susans. And right at the edge, I'm going to stick it down in the vase. Now, when I turn it around, you'll see just how much of a pop it gave. Because it's really a little dark over here. Okay. Now turn the vase. Turn the vase. You see how that black-eyed Susan in there? Right around here. We just added these little bushes. And we still need something right here. When I talk about dark space, you can see it right there. It's a little space right there. And we have the perfect flower for it. Okay. Let's see. Turn your vase. That's when you turn it and you look at it yourself and see the dark space. This. Oh, yes. That one. And bring it down. Okay. And don't be afraid to move the flowers around. They're not permanent. You can move them anywhere. That's why they have wire in them. I can make it any way I want. And when you have live flowers, don't be scared to cut them short. You can cut them and they're not going to last any longer than they're going to last. So you can cut them to suit your vase any way you want. Don't be scared to rearrange things. Okay. We're almost completed. It didn't take long. Turn the vase. Now, you see what we added in? Look, no holes around there. Look at there. And where that hole was I was just telling you about, look what we put right there. Yellow. And we're turning the vase, just looking for any holes in it. Thing that we can fill in. Oh, I found one more hole. And this is our flower. We're going to stick down in there. Oh, we are so finished now. It's beautiful. It looks great. Okay. Let's see. Very nice. And if something doesn't look right, just go and fix it. Make it go straight. This one is leaning a little too much. And the wire in these flowers are just great. You can shape them any way you want. Yes. And you see how easy it was to put together a vase. It's really not hard. If you just think. Always start off with the base. Keep changing and turning your vase so you can see any holes that you may miss and fill in with the flowers of your choice. It's not hard at all. I hope you've learned something, and I hope I've helped you make your own vases where you won't have to go and have somebody do it for you. And like I said, always the carnations that we have put at the bottom, now it's time to really make them come up a little bit and meet your flowers. So you bend them just enough to be a base, because instead of greenery, we use the carnation as a base. And we just added a little greenery. But if you don't use the carnation, you have to have a base. It could be greenery, it could be something, but you have to have a base of flowers at the bottom of your vase to make it look nice and full. Okay, I hope I've been helpful today. And please come back and visit Tima's room, because next time we will show you how to make this beautiful vase. And it will be fun.